Hello everybody. It's been a long time since I've done one of these videos, but it's finally time to complete another one from the abandoned heap of artwork. A long time ago now, I started this project to see if I could make it as a YouTuber by finishing all these abandoned artwork projects that I have lying around. Life and other projects have gotten in the way, I'm afraid, but it's time to get back to it. So here's a little reminder of what the first 3 items looked like and how I completed those. And then we'll see what item number 4 will be. Firstly, we had this very detailed collage of my brother's house, and then a watercolour painting of Sheffield, the view from Sheffield train station. That's the second completed item from the list from the heap of abandoned artwork. Then third one from the heap of abandoned artwork was this collage of some herons featuring some oak leaves and some willow leaves. Then yeah, that's it so far. So let's find out what item number 4 is going to be. What am I going to complete next? Let's see. What will it be? What will it be? It is, ooh, this tropical flower with hummingbirds collage. So I usually start these videos with a quick look at the stats on my YouTube channel just to see how much we've grown. So let's have a look. Let's see what kind of shape we were in last time. I started last year with 32 subscribers, I think it was, and I now have 97 subscribers, so I'm still way off becoming monetized. 60 odd subscribers in a year. So this is why it's really hard to stay motivated. I really thought it would do better than this. That was about 6 months ago, so let's have a look, see where we are now. I'm pleased to say there has been a little bit of growth. It's been really slow, but you know, something's better than nothing, isn't it? And it's slowly starting to pick up. So please hit the subscribe button if you like this content. So let's start with the footage that I have from this collage. I think it's about 4 or 5 years ago that I started this. So I've scraped together all the little bits and pieces of footage I have so far, and I'll show you that, and then we'll get stuck into completing this little collage. Hope you enjoy. As you can see here, I am cutting out lots of petal shapes for the flower heads and gluing them down onto black card, and then I cut each individual flower out with a little thin black outline. It's a bit of a signature look of my collages. I've done quite a few of these now with the leaves with the black outline. Yeah, I have quite a few of these. It's my thing. So here I am playing around with the flowers, moving them about, seeing where I would like to position them. That's one of the great things about collage. You can play around until you're happy with the composition. So in this footage, I believe I finally decide where I want the flowers to be, and I'm gluing them down with some PVA glue. I don't use PVA glue anymore. I use Mod Podge in my collaging, but this was when I was starting out a few years back, in my early days. So that's where we've got up to so far, and this footage now is 2025. So let's finish this. For the hummingbirds, I used these iridescent acrylic paints, sort of colour change paints. They're quite pretty. These are the reference pictures I used for the tropical flowers. So it's finally time to finish this collage. It's been a few years since I've worked on this, when I had my old studio at Bentinck. Yeah, I rummaged through all my collage materials and found this was the original collage paper that I used for this. Just some green paint that's been all different greens smooshed together. And let's continue making these sort of leaves and whatever these things are called here. I've got scissors, I've got a little tray here, some Mod Podge mixed with a bit of water. Yeah, good old Mod Podge. And the light's dreadful. Just thought I'd do some in real time, just so you could. It might be quite relaxing if it's something you don't do yourself. I suppose most people don't really do a lot with scissors once they leave school. Lots of cutting and sticking. It's the sort of thing you do at school, isn't it? But I've always loved playing with scissors since I was a little girl. So what I do basically is I look what shape I need and try and cut that shape out of the collage material. So sort of, you know, these little bits that the buds are contained in, and then they pop out flowers, the base of the flower basically. Let's cut a few of those out. I'm using the smallest bits of paper I can because I'll need those for leaves later. I made the collage paper many years ago when I made this collage, so and I've kept it in my little collage collection, and I'm really happy that I have. It took me a while to find it. I thought I'd lost it, but yeah, I found it. Okay, so anyway. Don't really use any special scissors, just, you know, cheap pair from the range. Oh, that's too big, I think. So out comes the Mod Podge. So I've got protective. What I didn't finish saying there is I have a polythene A3 sleeve which I use to protect the collage while I'm gluing. Let me just show you how far I've got then. I finished cutting out these stems and they're glued down with Mod Podge, but I've made some sort of leaf shapes. These aren't stuck down, and that is the beauty of collage. You can sort of play around with it all until you're happy with where it's, you know, positioned, and then you glue it down. So yeah, I usually play around with it a little bit before I stick the pieces down, make sure I'm happy with the positioning. So, hi there. I've decided the next thing I'll do is finish off the birds, because then I can rearrange everything. I don't want to stick the leaves down and then find they're in the wrong place. So yeah, let's get on with doing these birds. I'm a little bit scared, but because it's been a long time since I started them, I don't want to ruin them basically. Okay, let's see, what colours do I need? Let's get started. So I've got these colour change acrylic paints, and they're sort of iridescent, I think the word is, you know, like a butterfly's wing, or you know, when you get a fly or a blue bottle's eye that's sort of greeny, all the colours come through. Yeah, they're not bad, but I'm just using this, you know, lid of a takeaway, because I know that this stuff it's hard to get off if it dries. It's really, really hard to get off, and I don't want to ruin one of my nice porcelain palettes. So cheapskate as usual. This is thrifty. Right, this one needs the most work on it, so let's start with this one. Needs a little bit of white here, if you can see, and around the eye. A bit more blue, and I'll work some black in. Okay, let's go. This is just acrylic paint, just nothing fancy. But I just need a little bit of this. Well, I'm very, very slowly working my way through this pile of abandoned artwork, and it feels good to finally finish something that, you know, I haven't worked on for probably 5 years. I wonder if anybody can relate to this. Any artists out there who have ADHD that struggle with finishing things, that always need that new novelty factor. I mean, I have such enthusiasm for pieces of work that I start. They're full of ideas, and I get so far into it, and then along comes another idea that I have just as much passion for, and I start that, and they just pile up and pile up, get left behind. So I thought I would use this big pile of unfinished work as a starting point for my YouTube channel. And the idea was to keep making these videos and grow my channel slowly as an experiment, really. So far the experiment has not really taken off like I'd hoped, but you know, that's how it goes, isn't it? I can't change that. Maybe you could help change by just please subscribing, hitting the like button, commenting below if you relate to this content at all. You know, do you have ADHD and find it hard to finish things? If so, I hope this inspires you to look at something that you've left behind and something that you would like to finish. If it makes you feel a bit sad that you haven't finished it, why don't you just go and have a look at it, see if it inspires you to just do a little bit more. Yeah, because they're quite few and far between for me, these moments when I actually finish something and get it ready, you know, in a frame and all that business. So yeah, see if you want to finish something of yours. Let me know in the comments below if you do. Don't forget to subscribe. Well, it's getting late, time to call it a day now. I have to put it away and start again next week. And here we are a week later, another Tuesday begins. today's task is to finish this collage from the Heap of Abandoned Artworks. I've painted this purple and green paper with the idea of making some little strips, some border to put around the painting. I thought those colours would set it off. So here I am at the end of a long day. I've just used up the leftover paint to fill some sketchbook pages, make some little backgrounds. Time to finish for the night, and then time to start again. Another day working on this collage. And here is a little bit of the sketchbook work I've done on that purple background. So today I'm going to be mounting this on some, backing it really, I suppose is the word. And I might even put some of these up strips on the edge. Right, let's get this one finished. This is where we are so far. I hope you can see that okay. I just want to basically glue it on today. Some spray adhesive, and there might be just a few little details that need finishing, and that'll be it, because I'm bored of this video now and I just want to get it out. Let's see if we can get it finished. Ready to go. Let's find spray adhesive. Oh dear. So hours and hours and hours and hours of work spent on this over the last 5 years, and then on the very last stage you get glue all around the edge. Do not worry friends, I can fix it. I will fix it. But for now this is going to be the end of this video, and I'll show it you next time when it's all ready. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. So overall a little bit disappointing, don't you think? Let's hope I can get it fixed and ready to sell in my Etsy shop. hopefully. Thank you so much for watching again, and please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Bye bye. See you next time.